Thank you to Mrs. Norton and our band, and good evening, and welcome to Millis High School's 121st commencement ceremony. We made it. The sky's held up. It's going to be a great night. I'm Mark Gardicki. I'm the principal here at the high school, and as we start this evening, I would ask that you all rise, if you're able, as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem from our chorus under the direction of Mark Femino.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does
right. Thank you for being here with us tonight. We have a great program in store for you as we graduate these students from the class of 2024. As we begin our commencement exercises tonight, I have the privilege of introducing the man the class of 2024 had as the principal of the first half of their freshman year here at Millis High School, and who addresses them for a final time today as their superintendent. It's with great pleasure that I welcome to the podium Superintendent Robert Mullaney.
First of all, thank you to anyone who prayed, chanted, burned incense, crossed fingers, so that we would have the rain avoid us tonight. We're so excited to have graduation this evening for our graduates and their families. Good evening and welcome to our graduates, families of graduates, faculty, staff, school committee, select board, friends, and honored guests. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to Welch Memorial Field for the commencement exercise of Millis High School's class of 2024. Before I begin my remarks on this, the 80th anniversary of the invasion of Normandy in World War II, I'd ask that any active or veteran member of our armed forces who is able, please stand and be recognized by all assembled here. Thank you for your service to our country. Tonight we are here to celebrate our graduates. Over the last 4 years, they have worked hard in the classroom, excelled on the stage in theater, music, and dance, created inspiring pieces of art, competed on fields and courts, and even in boardrooms and courtrooms, and have grown immensely as individuals. Their journey towards this night was not always a straight path. They started their high school careers in the most turbulent of educational environments, not able to physically come to school each day. They persevered and still came together as a class. As they continued their years at Millis High School, they contributed greatly to the culture of our school and assumed leadership responsibilities as they became upperclassmen. As a group, they are an accomplished, compassionate, and spirited collection of students with unlimited potential. As individuals, they are loyal, friendly, funny, quirky, gracious, mischievous, intelligent, talented, extroverted, introspective, and sometimes mystifying. Together, they make up our class of 2024, and I could not be more proud of them. As they head off to the next step on their life's adventure, I'd like to share some wisdom from a simple woman who had a profound impact on millions of people. St. Teresa of Calcutta was born in Macedonia in 1910 and began her vocation as a teacher to some of the most destitute young women in Calcutta, India in 1931. She firmly believed that the power of education as a means to alleviate poverty. Education was hope. To be honest, not all of St. Teresa's students were able to escape the bonds of poverty. In fact, most were destined to a life that was a constant struggle for mere survival. But for those few who were able to break the chains and claw their ways out of deprivation, St. Teresa had a charge. Never worry about numbers, she said. Help one person at a time and start with the person nearest to you. As her life's vocation continued, she was called to leave her school and go into the slums of Calcutta, where she worked with impoverished people of all ages. These were people who were forgotten, detested, and abandoned by society. She was only one person. What could she do? She followed her own advice. Help one person at a time and start with the person nearest to you. Over time, teachers and students from her original school came to join her in her mission. Eventually, schools, nursing homes, clinics, hospice centers, and other charitable institutions were opened by the order founded by St. Teresa. Her impact spread from Calcutta to war-torn Beirut, to the poorest neighborhoods in New York City, and throughout the world. Her followers adhered to her instruction. Help one person at a time and start with the person nearest to you. The class of 2024 is replete with individuals who are kind, caring, and compassionate. Its members are incredibly gifted in a wide range of areas. Now, I'm not asking our graduates to go out into the slums of Calcutta, but I do urge you to use your many talents and gifts to help people. You don't have to impact the lives of millions. It starts with one person. It might be a smile, it might be a willingness to listen, it might be holding a hand. These seemingly small acts can have profound impact on the person nearest to you. A series of small things amounts to great things. You have so much to offer. I wish all of you nothing but the best as you graduate from Millis High School this evening and move on to your life's journey. Congratulations to Millis High School's class of 2024. And just before I leave the podium, I would like to publicly thank Principal Mark Ordicki, who will be leaving us at the end of this year, for his years of service to the Millis Public Schools. Mark has given so much to students, staff, families, and the community of Millis. We're going to miss him terribly, but we wish him the best of luck as he moves on to the next step of his journey. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Superintendent Milady. At this time, and this is some of my favorite, and I think your favorite part of the night, we get to our student speakers. And our first student speaker of the night is the class president, Lucy Sisto.
Good evening, friends, family, and most importantly, the Millis High School class of 2024. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Lucy Sisto, and I have had the privilege of being the 2024 class president for the past 4 years. I would like to begin by thanking Principal Ordicki for his years of service to Millis High School, as this is his last year with us. Mr. Ordicki, you have always been a smiling face of encouragement, and not only an incredible principal, but an incredible person. As the main authority figure in our school, you have demonstrated leadership with both empathy and passion, and have been an amazing role model to us all. Being here together, about to graduate, this moment is surreal. This past year, we have repeatedly reflected on each last of the year. Our last first day, last homecoming, last time playing on our home court or field, last performance, and last prom. Sitting here today, this is likely the last time every one of us will be together. Though that can be sad to think about, we can be hopeful in anticipation of a plethora of firsts. We walked into our first day of kindergarten with a similar feeling, anxious to leave our parents, but excited to meet new friends and finally become big kids. After moving our tassels to the left and tossing up our caps, it will be our first moment as a high school graduate. Soon, we will receive recognition for our 4 years of hard work. Moving forward, we will experience our first day of college, first apartment, first time going to a doctor's appointment without our parents. I've yet to do so, I'm too scared. We have everything ahead of us, and we are bound by nothing. We get to search for our dream careers, meet new lifelong friends, discover dozens more favorite songs and books, watch thousands more sunsets in new places. We will experience both devastating loss and spectacular joy, and through it all, we will carry the memories and experiences we shared here at Millis High School. Even once our hair turns gray and our skin wrinkles from the years, we will remember this little town with its 3 gas stations, potholes, and 2 schools. We will remember our days here together, learning to read and playing with Lincoln Logs. We will remember our ambition and imagination that shined through our selections in the alphabet parade, and our days trading silly bands and Pokemon cards. We will remember playing terrible renditions of This Land Is Your Land on the recorder, watching episodes of Bill Nye the Science Guy, and struggling through awkward middle school dances. We will remember the hot summer days when we ran through the sprinklers and stopped at Black Cow for ice cream. We will reflect and be thankful for our time here and the people who have shaped us. During our time together, I like to think that we have collected pieces of each other that we will carry with us. From our teachers, we've learned how to read, write, do math, but also how to empathize with others, think critically, and form our own opinions. From our parents, we have learned just about everything, including the enraging phrase, "because I said so." We carry their stories and wisdom in our minds and their love in our hearts. From our siblings, we learned how to share, stay on our side of the car, and gained lifelong built-in best friends. And from each other, as a class, we have had the joy of years of friendship and memories. We have spent countless hours together, walking the same halls and growing as people, both intellectually and emotionally. We have all gained a mutual influence that will affect us forever, whether it be from a simple smile in passing on a hard day or years of unwavering friendship and support. Moving forward, to my classmates, I hope none of you become a stranger to me. I hope that when we see each other again, we can share our new list of firsts and find a sense of comfort in our shared experience. Congratulations, class of 2024, and cheers to our new beginning. Thank you.
You want to do one more of those recorder concerts tonight, Lucy? We good? Okay. Next up, I would like to introduce our senior speaker this evening, Olivia Matthews.
All right, that was really good. Okay. All right. Sitting here today as the class of 2024, we have conquered this school year. And as a matter of fact, by sitting here today, we are proving that we didn't just experience the troubles, but we conquered them. And we didn't do it alone. Some students of this class went home to an empty house, and sometimes we all get lonely, but I know at this school I was never lonely. I might have missed my parents on my way out from school while they were getting ready for work, but every day when I showed up to this school, I still got a good morning. I've been asked if I was okay, but never had I knew the power of "how are you" until at this school, they really meant it. If you didn't have a ride home after school, it wasn't often you didn't get a familiar face pulling over and offering you a lift. If you didn't have a lunch, it wasn't often there wasn't someone who didn't overpack. It wasn't often our school principal didn't greet me by name throughout the day in the hallway. And I'm sure not every student had the same experience as me, but I can tell you a lot of students who didn't go through Millis High School will never experience the opportunities that being kind will lead you to. And if this school has taught me anything, it is that. My parents always told me that I would catch more bees with honey, and not until recently did I really think about that statement. Bees who produce honey will still be attracted to honey, and people who produce kindness and love will still be attracted to kindness and love. It's really amazing how people really do flock to kindness and love, especially in their worst moments. Mrs. Morrow is a teacher here who you would think has grown in our community for decades, when really she only came to this school a few years ago. She is, in my opinion, a prime example of true and unconditional kindness. It's amazing how she and the president of Kyle Cares, Maddie Martone, have fostered such an amazing group of kindness and support. And I believe they have set a new standard at this school. When people ask you how they are doing, they really mean it, and that is such a beautiful concept I have seen grow into the bones of our school. The cord on my neck today is close to my heart, hoping I can spread awareness for the impact kindness will not only have in yourself, but the people who need it. Millis has really started to push past the most uncomfortable conversations because I think we've learned that apathy is the absence of love. And if love can flourish in a building this old and this small, that proves that love can form in every form of our lives. And never would I think 4 years ago I would be the one advocating for kindness and love. I was once told that if you give love, you receive love. And maybe not in that moment, but love is never put to waste and never stops flowing through our lives and the lives of people we care about. These are not our rules or laws as people, but the rules of love are not ours to make. This high school has only pushed me towards the hope in saying that only one person can make a difference. I leave this high school knowing I had people who cared about me, and I cared about people too. That is such a simple statement, but it truly is a blessing. I can only hope the upcoming grades hear my words and strive to be kind and love those around them. It will only ever help you. Thank you, teachers. Thank your lunch staff. Thank your janitors. Thank all the staff. We are so close and connected in this school that the chain reaction of kindness may be closer than you think. So forgive your friends, give someone a ride home, and smile at people in the hall, and it will make every day more precious. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and thank you, Millis High School, for putting meaning to the phrase, "You catch more bees with honey."
Thank you, Liv. Next up, I'd like to introduce our class of 2024 salutatorian, Wilson Copese.
Good evening, and thank you for being a part of the Class of 2024 graduation ceremony. I would like to start by thanking Superintendent Mullaney, our Principal Mr. Audicki, the Millis School Committee, the Millis faculty, and our families for being here today and helping us in our journey to this point. When I first sat down to write this speech, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. Some options included navigating high school as the daughter of a teacher, the trials and tribulations of non-existent mold and standard-based grading, or even what the future may look like for all of us. Ultimately, my inspiration came from the class of 2023 class speakers. For those of you who did not attend that graduation ceremony, they spoke about what life was like coming to Millis Middle School and being the new kids. So today, I would like to offer an alternative perspective as a kid who started here at the age of 3 at Millis School's daycare and has been growing up here for the past 15 years. Back then, we could vote for what we wanted our elementary school mascot to be, a bird or a bear. For those of you who don't know, it ended up being a bear. In kindergarten with the alphabet parade, where we all dressed up as a soccer player, a gymnast, or in my case, a princess. The 3rd grade recorder concert, where only half of us understood how to play This Land Is Your Land, and only half the audience could hear what we were even trying to play. In our middle school years of huddles, SIUA, and the 7th grade science fair, now where we are all in high school, where we experience the Algo Nuevos, the hashtag bless-ups, Fast Food Nation essays, and the mass breaks, whether we still had mass breaks or not. Everyone has dreams, and they don't always work out as we planned, but they're important to have as we begin the next phase of our lives. I came here as a little girl in ball gowns and tiaras, with the dream to become a president so I could paint the White House pink. Now, 15 years later, I will be leaving as a young woman ready to use the skills I have obtained from these walls and make a place for myself in the world, as I am sure my fellow classmates are ready to do the same. For the past 2 years, we have been listening to each other's plans for the future. After tonight, we will all be forging our own paths, but we will always be connected by the memories we share from the Millis schools. I have been trying to think of an inspirational quote for all of you today, and the best one I could find was a quote from a Harry Potter book that said, "Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect." Today is the last day we see each other before we all travel to different parts of the world, but we will always come back together, whether in person or in our thoughts, because we are the class of 2024 graduating from Millis High School today, and no one else can ever say that. Each one of us has our own memories that are just a part of the journey of the class of 2024. This morning, we woke up being Millis High School seniors, and tonight, we will become Millis High School graduates. Some of us joined in kindergarten, middle school, high school, or even this year. While I have never been the new kid in this school, I have seen how we went from little kids ideas with big dreams, to growing up to become young adults with the knowledge and skills to turn those dreams into a reality. Reflecting on being the little girl who was trying to avoid nap time in the Millis School's daycare with all of the other kids who had no idea what the future would bring, to now standing up here, wishing I had taken the chance to nap in school while I still had it, and seeing all of my classmates ready to start a new chapter in their lives, I am proud of saying I spent the past 15 years of my life in this school with all of these other students. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Wilson. Next up, and I have to mention this, but incredibly, our valedictorian is actually the third sibling in her family to achieve that honor here at Millis High School, joining her brother Nicholas from the class of 2018 and her sister Bethany from the class of 2021. I can't imagine there are too many other schools where that's ever happened before. All that being said, she has made her own mark on Millis High, and I'm pleased to welcome to the podium our valedictory address, our class of 2027 valedictorian, Emily Steiner. And Harry.
You got him? You got him now?
Yeah.
Can I tilt it a little closer?
You should be fine. You can go right in. Go right in. They'll adjust it.
Welcome all, fellow graduates, family, friends, and faculty. Thank you for this opportunity. In truth, I'm gratefully terrified to be giving this speech here today. My emotions are sporadically ambivalent, encompassing the widest variety of shades and colors. Change is bittersweet. Letting go of habitual familiarities is uncomfortable, often painful. The prospect of the unknown is simultaneously frightening and exciting. To my fellow graduates, I want to say that you are not alone in experiencing this mixed jumble of feelings. It's okay. Remember that media posts and stories are highlight reels, not the entire picture, and definitely not an accurate representation of reality. Right now is one of the most transitional times of our lives, and nothing about navigating these waters is straightforward. Conditions are complex and unpredictable, a lingering question mark engendering equal parts hope and anxiety. I encourage and challenge you all to remain grounded, focused, and motivated in the midst of this exhilarating whirlwind. Millis is the epitome of small-town community and culture. I'm grateful for all I've learned academically, personally, and socially, for the genuine, caring people who showed up for me in the most unexpected, important of times, and for all the ways I've grown within these parameters. This town's aura of predictability and familiarity provides students with a sense of comfort and confidence. Close relationships are developed and cemented. Achievements are recognized and celebrated. All in all, we are a top-tier public school with a lot to be proud of. However, with a small town comes greater inclinations towards clickiness and stereotyping. Additionally, there tends to be less diversity and more grilling pressures to fit in. As with every environment, there are pros and cons. Some of you may associate relief and freedom with leaving. Some may associate with it fear and sadness. Most are, as aforementioned, tangled in knots of multicolored, ever-fluctuating emotion. Regardless, my wish is for you all to, at some point today, reflect upon your happiest, most meaningful moments here. I urge you to delve deep and pick out any recurring patterns. Who and what contributed to this joy? As for the more troubling, less than great moments, I encourage you to do the same. Although it may be triggersome, reliving these memories can shine light upon what exactly made for the unpleasant experience. Cultivating self-awareness through these means will lead you to making well-informed decisions in the future. Thus, you'll be more likely to stay true to yourself and aligned with your values. Take from the past whatever insight and information may positively benefit you and let the rest go. Release guilt, shame, resentment, anger, envy, and jealousy if you no longer wish to be run by them. If you are willing to loosen your grip, trust me, these energy-zapping emotions will gracefully sizzle away. Your role is simply to let go. You deserve to live a marvelous life. I want you all in the audience, I emphasize all, to revel in the deep, infinite pool of possibilities presented before you. It's never too late. It's not impossible, whatever it is. If you remember one thing from the speech, I want you to remember this. Fears are fallacies. Limits are lies. You can do anything. This is the ultimate inevitable truth, so why not accept it and embrace it? Each and every one of you is unique and multitudinous as the universe itself. Your job is to familiarize yourself with all that you are. The more you do this and the deeper you get, the more you'll realize that your greatest fears were not all that scary. It's like opening a closet door, anticipating a monster to jump out and attack, only to see for yourself that nothing was ever there. Credit the imagination for its cunning ability to convince, but reclaim this power and harness it for your benefit. Dare to plow through fear and doubt like they're the fabricated constraints they are, as if you were a mad bull charging forward, unrelentingly and ridiculously determined. As a whole, we're rooted by the anchor of common humanity. Remain humble in knowing that we are all on the same playing field. No one is below or above you, and you are not below or above anybody else, yet take pride in owning what makes you different. These gifts and qualities you are responsible for exuding into the world. Remember that there is no rush. Take your time. Find and create joy throughout the tumultuous process. Never question your worth, for it has already and forever been established. Be patient and kind with yourself and others. Maintain healthy, loving discipline. Trust in the journey and your unique path, for it trusts you too. Choose authenticity and courageously prioritize this lifestyle, day in and day out. Don't settle for living by anyone else's definition of you. Define yourself. Your life is yours and it won't last forever. So pursue your passions, step into your skin. Do what's hard, because what's most hard is most rewarding. A year ago, I couldn't have imagined myself being here, doing this, facing my fears head on. It took an excruciating degree of emotional pain and loneliness for me to finally step back, reassess, and rebuild my life. While it's important to acknowledge and honor your past, don't live the rest of your life rereading these chapters. Be bold enough to flip open to a new page and pick up the pen. Be daring enough to start writing anew. Life was made for eras, for risings and fallings, for messy, imperfect, terrifying, beauteous moments. Embrace all of you and all of life unconditionally, and you will encounter joy. Allow hope and love to gusher into your soul like a marvelous, miraculous downpour. And please remember, limits are lies, fears are fallacies. You can do anything. Thank you.
Great job, Emily, and thank you to Harry for that special appearance tonight, too. Let's give one more round of applause for our student speakers tonight. As we continue our 121st commencement exercises at Millis High School, we have a chance to recognize some very special guests tonight. It's a wonderful tradition here we have. Tonight, we carry on the tradition of welcoming back our MHS graduates who are celebrating their 50th anniversary of graduation from our small school. This year, that's the Millis class of 1974. The class of 74 entered Millis High School at the start of a new decade, during a time of unrest and protest during the Vietnam War, a war that would finally end a year after their graduation. During their time in high school, the country was headed toward a recession with rocketing gas prices, high unemployment rates, and eventually a national inflation rate of 11%. Though the political and personal unrest of that time shaped much of their experience, what they saw transpire around the world certainly created some lasting impressions as well. When they began high school in 1970, Elton John performed the United States for the first time. While enjoying the sounds of the Rocket Man, they had to say goodbye to some incredible artists, as in the span of just a few months, the music scene lost Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and the lead singer of The Doors, Jim Morrison. Some members of the class may have seen people cruising around in the Ford Pinto, which was introduced into the market early in their freshman year. If you were a sports fan, the Big Bad Bruins won the first of 2 Stanley Cups in 3 years. Bobby Orr sailing through the air in that iconic picture after they beat the St. Louis Blues on Mother's Day in 1970. As we moved into 1971, and you think about this, Orr would sign the first $1 million contract in NHL history. It was a 5-year deal with the Bees. Now, Orr might have invested some of that money in the NASDAQ stock exchange, which opened later that year. A a little coffee chain I know a lot of you have heard of, Starbucks. That opened in Seattle, Washington back in 1971. The summer movie scene in 1971 was dominated by Gene Wilder's iconic film, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now we go into 1972. The Watergate scandal began. It was a controversy that eventually would bring down the presidency of Richard Nixon. The video games we all play today, and that you all know, are slightly more complex than the first video game that was released to commercial success in 1972 called Pong. Some of you out there might remember that. If you haven't played it and you see it somewhere, it's still addicting. As the class moved towards the end of junior year, the famed horse Secretariat won the Triple Crown in horse racing. Now, as we look on to their senior year and reminisce a little bit there, TV was introduced to Henry Winkler, Ron Howard, and the gang on Happy Days. An episode of that show brought the phrase "jump the shark," which you may have heard before, to life. But there's another shark the Fonz didn't jump over that made everyone afraid to go into the water that year, and that was Jaws. That was the movie that hit theaters that year and still terrorizes at least me to this day. In sports, Hammer and Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, and the Boston Celtics went on to win their 12th NBA title, beating the Milwaukee Bucks. I think I speak for a lot of us here that I'd say it'd be nice if that could happen again 50 years later. To give you a little perspective, all right, I like that. We got a game tonight. Let's go. To give you a little perspective on the world the class of 74 lived in at the time, if you went to McDonald's, you bought a hamburger, it would cost you 28 cents. If you didn't want to eat fast food, at least out, you could dine on Hamburger Helper or Swanson TV dinners, which were introduced during their time at MHS. And you could wash it all down with a Tab. It was that popular Diet Cola that, though not available today, I can remember my aunt drinking and still gives me nightmares. If you received a gift during the holidays, you might find yourself playing things you all know now. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, contorting yourself to play a game of Twister, honing your art skills with a spirograph, or asking that magic 8-ball about your future. With a picture of what was happening in the world, let's bring it back here to Millis to talk about some of the experiences the class had here in their hometown. In 1974, the yearbook title was simply The Mohawk. And on the athletic fields, the Mohawks experienced a lot of success. During senior year, Coach Ernie Richards' football team went on to win the first outright TVL championship for Millis. Maybe someone, like that? I thought that was somebody younger out there. I don't know if you remember that. Coach, maybe someone was lucky enough to drive one of those Ford Pintos during the popular victory ride students took through the opposing team's town, celebrating one of the team's 8 wins that year. The girls' field hockey team became co-champs of the TVL for the second straight year. Brigadoon was the annual class musical. If you weren't in theater or athletics, you might have been in band, chorus, or the jazz band. There were no laptops, cell phone, or social media, and from what I'm told from the class, there were no spoons in the cafeteria either, mysteriously as the year went on, something you could ask them about as you see them on the way out tonight. I think we got a little bit of an inside joke there. You couldn't take a selfie, so it wasn't easy to make sure your hair looked great throughout the day, or to check the fit on your bell bottoms. You'd pass notes in class, and if you spoke out in the library, maybe served detention. Mr. Carter wouldn't have that today, I don't think. But it is clear you had a great time along the way. Our prom this year was at a renovated version of the facility you had your senior banquet at. Now named Grandview, you knew the restaurant there by the name of the Flame and Sword. For the class of 1974, the opening yearbook quote was from Robert F. Kennedy. Quote, "The torch still burns, and because it does, there remains for all of us a chance to light up the tomorrows and brighten the future." I know our ceremony today is brighter having you join us for the graduation of the class of 2024. At this time, I'd ask members of the class of 1974 that are here with us tonight to please rise, and that all of you join me in welcoming them back to Millis High School as we celebrate their achievements and the 50th anniversary of their graduation from our small school, big family. Welcome, class of 1974. And now we have beside me the class of 2024. It's been my great pleasure to be, to some of you, a school counselor as you started your freshman year, and to finish here today as principal with your entire class. When you started here, we knew you more as Cohort A, Cohort B, and remote. And I promise that's the last time I will ever say those terms that would undoubtedly should just be retired. I'm sure you'd like them retired as well. Though you came in as cohorts, you've made your mark both as individuals and a group, enriching and enhancing our school community in numerous ways. Now, it hasn't always been perfect, but this high school experience has been to be a bit of a beautiful mess, which I think Emily alluded to in her speech. There were certainly some firsts for your class, including being the first class not to begin freshman year as a whole class actually in the school building. There were some other ones we might like to forget as well. Well, maybe some that I'd like to forget, so you got to indulge me for a minute. Like having to halt a car driving in the lower bowl field over there right before school one morning. You can laugh. It's okay now. We're all right now. We're good now. Or perhaps sending a group back to Roach Brothers to return the shopping cart they were riding in down the hallways after school one day. Or could be maybe the record for tardies I think your class might have set. We're looking into that. As I said, it can be a little bit of a beautiful mess. However, through that incredible mess that we all embrace, and that's why we do this, and that's why we're educators and do this job, there were so many incredible firsts we've witnessed over the last 4 years. Some firsts brought us together, including when we held our first ever silent underclassmen award ceremony, using hand gestures to signal applause, gaining a better understanding of sensory processing disorder while supporting one of our classmates. At first last year came when Andre Strong Bearhart Gaines Jr. from the Dipmuck Nation united our entire school in one incredible spiritual dance in the gymnasium. I can still picture that moment looking in the gym and seeing all of you together at a time we had just reached past COVID and it was so hard to gather. And seeing everyone together even right now makes me a little emotional. It was pretty amazing. Another first came earlier this year when we lost power for almost an entire day in school. That had never happened before. But we made the most of it as I walked down the hall and there was a giant sing-along happening in the midst of the main hallway. Incredible. This past year was also the first time we've hosted a professional comedy show in the auditorium, and more impressively, one that brought an entire school community together to raise over $45,000 for one of our own, Aiden Weatherby, as he battles and defeats cancer. I'd also say that night was the first time I've ever seen a student run out of the auditorium screaming with a brand new television. Liv, that's going to look pretty amazing in college, I think, huh? Not bad. Not bad. For the first time ever, we had a student teach a regular after-school coding class to Clyde Brown students simply because she wanted to inspire the next generation to get involved with computer science. Visually, this spring was the first time visitors to our school were able to come down a driveway lined with daffodils, thanks to a wonderful senior project that will last for years to come. We've had students in this class be a part of our first mock trial and DECA teams, form our first student-led organization with a mission to positively impact mental health, Active Minds. I want to jump on this last group, Active Minds, to highlight what I think is one of the most amazing firsts this class has brought to Millis High School. The mission of Active Minds is, quote, to open up the conversation about mental health and create lasting change in the way mental health create lasting change in the way mental health is talked about, cared for, and valued. In just 2 years, this organization at MHS has grown to over 100 students, meaning more than a third of our school is part of spreading this message throughout our school and community. Pretty amazing, and a testament to this class. The first 2 years of the high school experience for all of you were certainly anything but normal, but you never complained. You really didn't. Though not always perfect, you've displayed an incredible ability to look out for one another in some of the toughest of times and to ask for help when they've needed it. Students in this class have experienced loss, hardship, heartache, injuries, family struggles, and numerous other challenges over the past 4 years. I'm sure there are many out here today in attendance that have faced the same. However, these kids have consistently picked each other up. And no matter what the situation, and the way they've looked out for one another gives us all great hope for the future. They have displayed that growth mindset we all talk about so much, and in the process made us all a little bit stronger along the way. Because of their efforts, students have more of a comfort level with seeking out help when they need it, and that message will continue to spread from class to class as this organization grows and these kids go off to their next step on the journey. As you leave Millis High School and face the journey ahead, it's not always going to be easy. And there are going to be times you'll need to find that trusted person to talk to outside of the friendly walls of Millis High School. Continue to have the courage to have those conversations and to be the person someone else can come to when times are tough. I'd love to tell you the road to success is always paved with gold, but that's not reality. However, experiencing failure and making mistakes is what's so great about being human. As the movie character Rocky Balboa once said, "It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." Besides, if everything was perfect, we'd never have anything to complain about. Where'd be the fun in that, right? If I can leave you with a little advice as you venture forth from our small school, it would be to take care of yourselves, look out for others, define yourselves by your character and not your social media presence. Leave the places you go better for having had you there, and never forget the value of your close friends and family. Learn, grow, and share your knowledge with those around you. When you get up, don't just pick yourself up, vault up, brush yourself off, get back in the game. It may not always feel like it, but you control your own destiny, and the choices you make from here will not only define yourselves, but eventually what your generation will contribute to our great society. It's a nerve-wracking but exciting time for you, and we know you'll make all of us and your families here before you proud as you take on your next adventure. You've had to learn a new way of doing school and to adapt to changing times during your 4 years at Millis High School. During our solo and ensemble concert just a couple of months back, one of our seniors, Eli Chansky, delivered a solo performance of Frank Sinatra's song My Way that brought down the house. It was awesome. Where's Eli? I'm embarrassed. I'm not going to ask you to come up and sing, Eli, tonight. That's okay. And I'm not going to sing either. I think that a lot of that song is apropos to what your class has experienced in their time here at MHS. The first verse of the song goes like this. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. It's my hope that as you go forth from Millis High School, that you live a life that's full, that you travel every highway, and you experience all the success you deserve along the way. When you take stops along that highway, I hope you look back at your times at Millis High School with fondness and tell all the people you meet what a special place you came from. You did it your way over the course of your time at MHS, and we are a better school for it. There is no place like Millis High School, and there will certainly never be a class like the Millis High School class of 2024. For all of you on the field in front of me today, I congratulate you for the outstanding individuals you've raised beside me, and I don't say that lightly. These kids are outstanding. It's the only tears I'll have. I'm done. No more tears. I would like to thank the class of 2024 for all they've given back to MHS, for introducing us to so many wonderful firsts, and for leaving an indelible mark of kindness and compassion on our educational institution. And I wish you all the best of luck in everything that you do in your futures. They're going to be great. So congratulations, class of 2024. All right, so at this time, I'd like to recognize some members that are in attendance today. First off, I'd like to introduce and recognize members of the Millis School Committee who are with us this evening, Denise Gibbons and Sean Powers. and the Denise Gibbons fan section. I'd also like to welcome Erin Underhill, the clerk of the Millis Select Board. I'd like to thank the Millis Public Schools staff who have been able to join us here this evening, and would also like to acknowledge the contributions of the staffs of Clyde Brown, Millis Middle School, and Millis High School for all their work in helping these students reach their milestones. Many of them are out there in the stands. Some of them are over here tonight. Some of them are amongst the crowd because their own students are graduating tonight. What your staff does here at the high school to propel your students forward and to bring them to the point that they are here tonight is simply amazing. They are, in my opinion, one of the best educational staffs in the state, and they definitely deserve their flowers. So congratulations to our staff. I'd also like to thank the Millis Police and Fire, our nursing staff, the Millis Board of Health, Millis Community Media, and the entire community of Millis for their support of our students along the way and for tonight's ceremony. I'd also like to acknowledge the tireless work of John Engler and the maintenance and custodial staff in making this ceremony a reality. They were out here all day sweating, blowing the water and the pollen off of these chairs and everything else so that we could have a comfortable event tonight. They were amazing. In the office, oh, go ahead, yes. I'd like to thank Terry Bedard, who's up on the stage next to me today, Sue Bavey, Erica Harkey, and Tracy Maycomber, who came back to help us out to put this ceremony together. Without them, none of this would happen. We just come up here and try to look good. They put this all together, and it looks amazing. I'd like to thank Dave Bush, Ryan Kamari, and everyone that came together to capture the event on video tonight that you'll be able to enjoy after the ceremony. I'd also like to thank Mr. Mark Femino, members of the Millis High School Chorus, and Mrs. Janice Norton and the Millis High School band for bringing musical life to today's ceremony. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the co-advisors for the class of 2024, Steve Bigelow and Mike Carter. Hope they were in their t-shirts they got last night. They put a tremendous amount of work in over the course of the last 4 years to help this class, and along with the help and support of our parent volunteers and all our community sponsors, the seniors, I think, have had a pretty memorable conclusion to their time here at Millis High School. So thank you. So, before we confer diplomas on the Millis High School class of 2024, we'd like to acknowledge the following students who are being recognized by the Spanish Ministry of Education for the completion of academic studies as Spanish immersion students. They will be receiving diplomas as graduating members of an international Spanish academy. Unfortunately, Antonio Caballero Javier, the education advisor from the Consulate General of Spain, was unable to be here with us tonight to confer the ISA diplomas. In his absence, I am excited to have been given the authority to confer this prestigious honor on our students. So at this time, I would like to ask the following students to please come forward to receive their International Spanish Academy diplomas. Troy Blanchette. Colin Burns.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Wilson Copice. Isabella Doherty. Marissa Herline. Nicholas Hill. Ava Legier. Charles Lindberg.
There's a lot of people.
Benjamin McCarthy. Andrew Miller. Lindsay Murillo. Raisa Oliveira. Xander Petrish. Abigail Powers.
Thank you.
They all get some practice before they have to come up with their diplomas. It's not fair. Sophia Rubukaba. Emily Steiner. And Adriana Velasquez. One more congratulations for all of our Spanish immersion graduates. All right, we are almost there. A couple logistical matters before we get to the main event. First, you're welcome to come forward to take pictures of your graduates. I encourage you to do so. There's plenty of space up here, and we have told all of the graduates to pause for a moment so that your family can get a picture of this, right? We talked about this. Just pause. It only happens once, right? So don't go sprinting across the stage. Stop. Take a picture. It's okay. We're in no rush. It only happens once. Okay. There should be plenty of room for you to grab a photo wherever you want to go. Following the presentation of diplomas, we'll have a wonderful tribute from members of our chorus. And when the chorus tribute is over, I just ask that you please remain seated until the graduates and then the staff have left the stadium. After the procession, you're welcome to stick around to take some pictures with the graduates if you would like. Here we go. You ready? Okay. Now, I would like to ask Denise Gibbons of the Millis School Committee to join me in the presentation of diplomas to the members of the class of 2024. Again, thank you. Thank you. This year, during our diploma presentation, we will also be recognizing the awards and scholarships being presented to the members of the class of 2024. I want to thank all of our scholarship donors for their generosity and for being such an important part of our school and community. In this year's program, you can read all about our scholarships and find out more about the individual organizations they are named for, and there are some incredible stories on there to give you a picture of the people that have donated to make, hopefully, a part of your college experience a little bit more affordable. For those of you taking pictures, they're going to go down the aisles this way, so if you see your student, you'll know when they're coming up, okay? At this time, it is my honor to confer diplomas on the Millis High School class of 2024. Superintendent Mullaney, Millis School Committee, family, friends, and guests. I certify, as principal of Millis High School, that all of the following students have fulfilled the necessary state and local requirements for a Millis High School diploma or certificate of completion. And here we go. Number 1, Emily Steiner. Emily is the recipient of the Valedictorian Award sponsored by the Millis Teachers Association. Emily is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Students achieving this award have maintained an academic average of 3.5 or better and have met other stringent criteria developed by the President's Education Awards program. Emily is also receiving a Grit Scholarship.
Congratulations, Emily, and welcome.
Wilson Copice. Wilson is the recipient of the Richard Pixley Memorial Salutatorian Award sponsored by the class of 1955. Wilson is also receiving the Chorus Award presented to a senior who has exceptional talent and love of music, the Physical Education Fit for Life Award recognizing excellence in the subject, the Spanish Immersion Award presented to a senior who has demonstrated achievement and interest in the subject, and the United States History Award sponsored by the Millis Teachers Association presented to a student who has demonstrated achievement and interest in the subject. She is also receiving a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence, and she is the recipient of the Millis School Committee Scholarship and the Novick Family Scholarship.
Congratulations, Wilson.
Lucy Sisto. Lucy is the recipient of the Spanish Non-Immersion Award, which recognizes a senior who has demonstrated mastery and enthusiasm in the subject. Lucy is also receiving a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the AMVETS Post 495 Scholarship and the William and Elizabeth Carlson Family Scholarship.
Congratulations, Lucy.
Olivia Matthews. Olivia is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She's also the recipient of the MSAA Student Achievement Award. Olivia is also receiving the AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post 495 Scholarship. Antonio Afanasi. Antonio is the recipient of the President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. He is also receiving the Nicholas Diamandis Memorial Scholarship. Gavin Banks. Gavin is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Students receiving the Silver Award have maintained an academic average of 3.0 or better. Congrats, Gavin. Dominic Belisano. Dominic is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Congrats, Dominic. Gotta look. Congrats, Dom. Alex Barrett. Congrats, Alex.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Haley Bassett. Haley is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Haley is also receiving the Coach Ernie Richards Memorial Scholarship and the Sam Dowd Memorial Scholarship.
Congrats, Haley.
Ryan Ruby. Ryan is the recipient of the Science Award presented to the student who achieves the highest average in the subject over a 4-year period. He's also receiving a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Ryan is also the recipient of the Dr. George C. Roy Student Council Scholarship.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Take a picture?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Where am I looking? I'm on pregnant black. Flex your bicep.
I don't have much.
He asked me to flex. I said, I don't have, there's nothing there. Troy Blanchette. Troy is the recipient of the Band Award presented to a student who shows passion, musicianship, and dedication in band, and the Math Award presented to a student who achieves the highest average in that subject over a 4-year period. He's also receiving a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Troy is also the recipient of the Ed Winokur Scholarship.
Congratulations, Troy. Congratulations.
Colin Burns. Colin is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Thank you. Congratulations, Colin.
You're welcome. Ryan Breslau. Ryan is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Gotta get that picture. Congratulations, Ryan.
Andrew Butch. Andrew is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Congratulations, Andrew. Okay, I'll get you. Dorothy Carmichael. Dorothy is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Stop.
Thank you.
Amelia Carr. Amelia is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congrats, me.
Eva Caulfield. Eva is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post 495 Scholarship, the Bargastow Fish and Game Club Scholarship, the Millis Teachers Association Scholarship, and the Natick Sons and Daughters of Italy, the Lodge Scholarship.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Sophia Saletti.
Congratulations, Sophia. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Elijah Chansky. Elijah is the recipient of the Mohawk Pride Boys Basketball Scholarship, the Sean Caulfield Memorial Scholarship, and the Millis Flag Football Scholarship.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Malachi Chansky. Malachi is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. He is also the recipient of the Mohawk Pride Boys Basketball Scholarship.
Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome.
Grace Shalaboys.
Congratulations, Grace. Get stop for your picture. There you go. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Christopher Kalari.
Thank you, Mr. Ardick.
You like my little shout out to you guys there?
I did.
All right, you guys can, when Chris comes back, you can sit and we'll go to our next row. Take your time, get your pictures, Chris. That's okay. You ready? You guys can stand up. All right. Next, Jamie Conrad. Jamie is the recipient of the Professional Firefighters of Millis Local 4704 Scholarship.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Declan Corcoran. Declan is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congrats, Declan. Thank you.
Brendan Quentin Curry. Get that picture.
Thank you very much. 4 years. Yeah, you're welcome. Congrats, buddy.
At this time, I would like to call up our former school committee member, Sean Doherty, so that he may be able to pass along the diploma to his daughter. Brendan didn't get hurt. Thank you, Brendan. So Sean Doherty will now pass along his diploma to Isabella Doherty. Isabella is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She's also the recipient of the Alyssa Gagney Memorial Scholarship, the Diane Hatch Memorial Scholarship, and the Friends of the Millis Public Library Scholarship.
Congrats, Izzy.
Kayla Dulac. Kayla is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the Grit Scholarship.
Congratulations, Kayla. So proud of you. Welcome.
Mark Fuzoko. Mark is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
I'll give it to you. Congrats. We got him.
Genesis Figueroa. Genesis is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the Morris C. and Judith Mushnick Memorial Scholarship.
Congratulations.
Orrin Flint. Orrin is the recipient of the Digital Media Production Award presented to the senior who has done an outstanding job in TV production. He is also receiving a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Thomas Flory.
Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome.
Beckett Giardi. Beckett is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. He is also receiving the Millis Flag Football Scholarship.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Hell of a ride. Absolutely, buddy.
Jackson Glenn. Jackson is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations, Jack. Thank you. You're welcome.
Manuel Goes. Manuel is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations, man. You're welcome.
Andrew Gordon. Andrew is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. He is also receiving the Finn, Fur, and Feather Club, Clay and Michael Lockham Scholarship, and the Grit Scholarship.
You're welcome, buddy.
Maria Gavoni. Maria is the recipient of the President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the Bogstow Fish and Game Club Scholarship and the Sam Dowd Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Maria. You're welcome. Adam Hart. Adam is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Care if I say a couple?
Adam always wants the mic. Congratulations. Lucian Hastings. Lucian is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations, Lucian. Congrats. Very proud of you.
Marissa Herline. Marissa is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congratulations.
Nicholas Hill. Nicholas is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. He is also the recipient of the Millis Youth Baseball Scholarship.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Congratulations. J.C. Jakubowski. J.C. is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations, J.C. You're welcome.
Kian Jehu. Kian is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Isabel Jewett. Isabel is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Isabel is also the recipient of the Millis Boosters Club Scholarship and the Millis Police Scholarship. Sarah Joe. Sarah is the recipient of the Physical Education Outdoors Pursuits Award, presented to students who have shown great ability and motivation in the subject. She is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. All right. We'll wait for Sarah to get back, and then the next row. You got this, Arias? You got this. All right. All right, let's go. Next up, Arias Johnson. Arias is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Arias is also the recipient of the Millis Flag Football Scholarship and the Mohawk Pride Boys Basketball Scholarship. Monesi Kale. Monesi is the recipient of the Mary Kay Galvin Award, sponsored by the Millis Teachers Association and named after a former mathematics teacher and administrator. This award is given to a student who shows deep insight and outstanding achievement in mathematics. She is also the recipient of the Technology Award, presented to a student who has excelled in computer science. She's also receiving a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Monesi is also the recipient of the Jack Warsoff Memorial Scholarship. Kristen Kelly. Kristen is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
What do we have? We got you.
Titavan Kiamorkot. Van is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
I got you. You gotta remember this. I got you on this.
These are not easy to remember. Caleb Shea. Caleb is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
You're welcome. We got, well, what did you get me? I got you. 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2. Oh,
You're good.
I told you. I'm trying. Noah Legos. Noah is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Ava Legier. Ava is the recipient of the Physical Education Fit for Life Award, recognizing excellence in the subject. She is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congratulations, Ava. Proud of you. You're welcome.
Amelia Lucis. Amelia is the recipient of the Art Award presented to a senior whose achievement in and love of art are exceptional. She is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congratulations.
I got 2 points.
That's okay. Can I give you this? Congratulations.
Charles Lindbergh.
Congratulations, Charlie.
Aiden Ludwig. Aiden is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. He's also the recipient of the Niles Rosenfeld Memorial Scholarship. Jack McFarland. Jack is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Anthony Maestri. Anthony is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adek.
Good luck. Thank you.
Madeline Martone. Madeline is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She's also the recipient of the Middlesex Savings Bank Scholarship.
Congratulations, Maddie. You're welcome.
Benjamin McCarthy. Benjamin is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. He is also the recipient of the James and Margaret Tabarani Scholarship.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reagan McMahon.
Thanks, Queen. Is this a good angle? Yes. Okay, I'm walking.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
Andrew Miller. Andrew is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lindsay Murillo. Lindsay is the recipient of the Student Council Award, awarded to a dedicated member of the Student Council. She's also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Lindsay is also receiving the Millis Lions Club Scholarship.
Congratulations, Lindsay. You're welcome.
Raisa Oliveira. Raisa is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Congratulations, Raisa. You're welcome. Day Patel. Get your picture. Get your picture. You got to get your picture. That picture. Don't kill me. Oh, that's twice now I almost got knocked off the stage. You promised. He led with the shoulder. Andrew Peruzzi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Xander Petrish. Xander is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for Educational Achievement. Xander, congratulations, buddy. You're welcome. Aditya Pillai. Aditya is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome. Congrats. All right. All right, and we are on to the last row. You guys can rise up. First up, Evan Pimentel. Congratulations. You're welcome. Grady Palomeno. Congratulations, Grady. Abigail Powers. Abigail is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the William and Sylvia Valenti Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, John. You're welcome. John Regan. Get that picture. You got it. You good? You good? Congratulations. Thanks, John. You're welcome. Miguel Riani. Congratulations, Miguel. Thank you. You're welcome. Kira Rice. Kira is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Kira is the recipient of the AMVETS Ladies Post Auxiliary 495 Scholarship, the GRIT Scholarship, the Millis Boosters Club Scholarship, and the Millis Youth Softball Scholarship. Congratulations, Kira. Andrew Roddick. Congratulations. Thank you. Proud of you. Thank you. You're welcome. Diego Ocelot. Congratulations. You're welcome. Julianne Roy. Julianne is the recipient of the Royale Award, presented to a student who has excelled in computer science and who has taken the time to teach others. Her name might be a part of that as well. She is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. Julianne is also the recipient of the Bryce Matthew McCarthy Memorial Foundation Scholarship, the GRIT Scholarship, and the Millis Lions Club Scholarship. Congratulations. Sophia Rubalcaba. Sophia is the recipient of the English Award presented to a student who demonstrates great passion and skill for English language arts. She is also the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. Scarlett Ruggieri. Scarlett is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. Congratulations, Scarlett. Victoria Rulo. Victoria is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for educational achievement. Congratulations, Victoria, and welcome. Jack Ryan. Jack is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. He is also the recipient of the Metro West Principals Award and the first one to take a selfie today.
Thank you. Congratulations, buddy. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mason Saig. Mason is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence.
Congratulations, Mason. Proud of you.
Thank you so much.
John Santos.
Congratulations. Thanks, man. You're welcome.
Macy Schneiderat. Macy is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. She is also the recipient of the Aram Karagalanian Tennis Scholarship. Congratulations. You're welcome. Jennifer Scopanetti. Jennifer is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. Jennifer is also the recipient of the Pauline L. Smith Medical Services Scholarship. Emily Scarry. Emily is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for educational achievement. Congratulations. Oliver Slow.
Oliver, hey, congratulations. Thank you. Worked hard this year. You really did. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Adriana Velasquez. Adriana is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence. Adriana is also the recipient of the Love Pug Foundation Scholarship, the Millis Garden Club Scholarship in memory of Janice Simpson, the Millis Lions Club Scholarship, the Millis School Committee Scholarship, the Ingraham Family Scholarship, and the Warsofsky Memorial Fund. Fallon Walsh. Congratulations. Thank you. Fallon. You're welcome. Joyce Wesley. Joyce is the recipient of a President's Silver Award for educational achievement. She is also the recipient of the Ingraham Family Scholarship.
Bring it in, big guy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Party. Oh, did I knock your head off?
You're okay.
Party foul, sorry.
Annika Houghton. Annika is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for educational excellence and forgot to stop to get her picture taken. Congratulations. Julia Works. Julia is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. She is also the recipient of the Metro West Principals Award. Congratulations, Julia. You're welcome. And last but certainly not least, Paige, right? Paige Zarnowski. Paige is the recipient of a President's Gold Award for Educational Excellence. You ready? Yeah. Everybody up. Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Millis High School class of 2024. I thought you were going to go higher than that.
I didn't know where to aim it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was perfect. Congratulations,
You can put them all, yeah. Put it back on and then you can sit. Yep. Just give us a minute here. We will get set up for our choral tribute so we can have our members of the graduating class join the chorus that are in the chorus.
Wait, no. Wait, yeah. One more time, a round of applause for our chorus and our band tonight. And before we go,
One more round of applause for the Millis High School class of 2024. Again, I would ask that you please remain in your seats as our graduates process out. When they have processed off the field, you are welcome to stay around and take pictures. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. This was a fantastic night and a great celebration of a great group of kids. Drive home safely, have a good evening, and go Celtics.